Hello, guys. Alright, so we got the last episode out of the way, and it was a little down in the dumps. Like, I don't mean it was crappy, but I mean it was kind of, sad. That's what I mean. So, this episode, we got you guys got that out of the way, so it's time for your reward. We're going to be doing a much happier episode. Now, this might not be too long of an episode, but hey, I say that all the time, and the episodes turn out to be like over 15 minutes long, so who knows? But I just don't have a crazy lot to talk about in this one. So, games. They're pretty fun, right? We all play games, and there's different kinds of games. There's video games, board games, and, lots of games. But then you have the cheaters. What is cheating? Well, breaking the rules to try to get yourself to win. Like taking a handful of money in Monopoly and just keep giving it to yourself, which, by the way, I don't know how you get away with that, but we're not talking about Monopoly. We're just talking about, ways people have cheated in real life. People are clever, and they can find a way to fool you. And, well, to an extent, I don't agree with cheating. And I'm not talking about cheating like, with a relationship. I'm talking about cheating like, in games or something. So, just to make sure we're clear. Alright, so, yeah, cheating is a bad thing, right? Yeah. Well, video games, when it comes to those, though, I kind of disagree. I mean, video games are different. Like, okay, look, if you were, say you're playing Mario Party and you're gambling while doing it, whoever wins the party or whatever gets, like, $200 or something. I don't know. But anyway, so if you were cheating in that case, it would be bad if it's supposed to be fair and square. However, if you're playing a single-player game and you decide to just break the rules a little bit and to see what you can discover in this game, like, say, looking through the files of the game and finding some sort of area that wasn't meant to be there or something, or, it's actually kind of a good idea. I wouldn't consider it cheating, necessarily. If people just want to break the rules in a video game, why does it matter? If they're the only ones playing, why not? Well, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with cheating if it's just yourself. If it's with other people, though, and they want you to play fair and square, that's when things get bad. So, but, okay, so, bottom line. Crap, I forgot what I was going to say. This happens every freaking episode, I know. And it's getting tired. I'm getting tired of saying that it happens all the time. Like, it happens so freaking often that, I'm getting tired of saying that it happens often. Like, it's that bad. Well, anyways. Now, when it comes to video games, sometimes companies actually don't care if you cheat. They put cheat codes in the game. Simple, like the Konami code, for example. Well, what is it? Up, I don't know. Up, down, left, right, up. I don't know what it is, but it's something along the lines of that. And it lets you get infinite lives, or at least more lives than what the game has programmed. And they put the developers of the game put it in there and kind of intend for you to use it. So it's not cheating. Why are they called cheat codes then? I don't know. But let's go a step further. So companies have made actual devices that you can use to cheat the game, to to break the rules of the game and play by your own rules. There's been Game Genies, there's been a Game Shark, there's other ones than just those two, but there's just a lot of devices that allow you to just expand the gameplay, I would say. Just, if you're getting bored of the game, then why not? Why not just go out of bounds or something? What's wrong with that? Seriously, what's the harm in doing that? What is the harm of just breaking the rules a little bit in a video game? It's not like friggin', it's not illegal. What's the big deal here? Well, these companies are not actually, the devices that these companies make that allow you to cheat in games are not actually official. I mean, you might find them in stores, but I don't think the console manufacturers actually are aware that they're doing that. Let's take Game Genie, for example. Okay, so what, the NES cheating device? Yeah, so I don't think Nintendo was aware that they were making that. Either that or they were aware, but they didn't approve of it. And by the time they noticed, it was too late, and they've already been made thousands or millions of copies. So, yeah, look, I love Nintendo as much as the next guy, but I don't agree with everything that Miyamoto does. I mean, come on, man. What he does, sometimes it can be a little weird sometimes. I have to admit that. Miyamoto, the man, he makes mistakes just like everybody else. And so, he does some dumb stuff. We all do dumb stuff. But we just learn from that dumb stuff and try to do better for the future. So, I think the Game Genie or Game Shark or whatever should be official, because why not? Why not break the rules a little? Just have some fun in a game. Like, I know the game itself is supposed to be fun, but why not have more fun by making Mario fly around in the freaking Super Mario 64 without the wing cap or whatever? Like, just breaking the game a little. As long as you're able to fix it back to where it was, it shouldn't matter that much. I mean, YouTubers do this. Like, Boundary Break, they take the camera out of the physical bounds of the game and see what lies out there. Yeah, so they have, and Boundary Break has, like, a device that allows you to do that. I don't know what it's called, but they have some sort of software that allows you to do that. So why not break the rules a little? It makes no sense why we shouldn't be allowed to do that. Now, Rareware, oh boy. Okay, so Rareware is, well, they as cool as they were back then, they were a little rude and strict about you cheating in their games back then. And I guess you could say them being owned by Microsoft, it has taught them a lesson, and them making dumbass sports games now, I guess they've learned a lesson about not cheating. But you know what? Screw Microsoft. They're not helping at all. I'm not taking Microsoft's side. I don't agree with everything Rareware does, but they're far better than freaking Microsoft. But anyways, I digress. So, from what I've heard, in Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64. I have both of those games, but I don't know where they are at this moment, so forget about it. But anyways, so in those games, let's start with Banjo-Kazooie, the one that came first. So, if you cheated that game, it'll delete your entire save file. Really? Is that necessary? But hey, at least we can start over again. I mean, you can replay levels that you already played and have a good time all over again. Whatever. Donkey Kong 64, though, is far worse. So if you think deleting your whole entire save file is bad, No. If you cheat in Donkey Kong 64, the game breaks, like, literally. Like, I'm not saying like the cartridge of the game just gets smashed to pieces or anything, but the game itself is so laggy, you can't pick up items, it's so broken. So, and you think you can just restart the console and it'll be back to normal, but actually, from what I've heard, no. You pretty much have to buy a whole new copy now. Man, the only way it could get any worse is if the Nintendo 64 Red could remember, oh, he cheated on Donkey Kong 64, he's going to buy another copy of Donkey Kong 64. Maybe we should screw up that copy as well and any other copy that he buys. That's the only way it could get any worse. And then you have to buy a whole new freaking console if that were the case. But it's not, though. Let's be thankful for that. But seriously, I don't get the harm of wanting to cheat in a video game. There's speedrunners that glitch the game out in order to beat the game faster, and then there's speedrunners that follow the speedrun the game by following the rules, and there's different categories and stuff. So what's the problem with wanting to do something different? Wanting to find glitches, wanting to just explore. In some games you are able to do that without breaking the rule, but why not explore even more than that? Why not step outside the box, is what I'm saying. There's no reason why they should punish you for just wanting to be a little creative. So, if you think you can use a Game Shark and do weird stuff in Donkey Kong 64, forget about it. It ain't happening. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. At least, as long as the core game itself is still fun, it doesn't matter, right? There are plenty of games that you can mess around with, so it doesn't matter too much. Alright, now one more thing. About Mario Kart 8. Now, technically, this has nothing to do with cheating, but it does kind of bother me. Well, it doesn't bother me too much, but I think we should address it real quick. Because when am I ever going to do it again? When am I ever going to talk about this in a future episode? So, in Mario Kart, this goes along the lines of wanting to break the rules a little and explore. Sometimes I kind of want to try racing the game, like the racetrack. I want to go in reverse, like go backwards, turn around, and go the other way. And I want to see what it looks like from that perspective. Kind of a cool idea, isn't it? Not in Mario Kart 8 though. If in previous Mario Kart games you would lose the race if you did that, sure, but there's nothing forcing you to stay straight. There's nothing keeping you from just going the other way around. So, but in Mario Kart 8 though, Lakitu, if you go the wrong way for long enough, Lakitu will pick you up by his hook and make you face you the right direction. This is just a minor complaint, but I think, was that really necessary, Nintendo? Like, I don't think that was necessary. And he takes 3 coins away from you if you do that, which isn't that big a deal, but you know, just, that's technically nothing to do with cheating, but I'm just saying, it does have to do with exploring and breaking the rules a little, so I guess it is kind of along the lines of this topic.